everyone, Abby here. Welcome back to my channel for Tech Tuesday, or welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to show you the biggest cons about the Z Flip 4 that YouTubers just aren't telling you. I know a majority of people who have this phone had it sent by Samsung. Maybe it was like a free unit, something they were testing out. So a lot of them don't want to say negative things about the phone. But I bought this with my hard-earned money, guys, and I am telling you guys the truth today. But before I get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed so you could stay tuned to all my new videos dropping weekly, and so you can help the channel grow. I've had this phone for about 2 weeks now, and I've noticed some cons about it. So the first con that I've noticed is that now I've been experiencing slow Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi drops with the Z Flip 4, and it's something that is very annoying. So I will say that I'm in a house. Our router's on the main floor. When I'm on the main floor, there's typically no issues. The Wi-Fi is constant and fast and reliable, but if I go to the basement or if I go upstairs, the Wi-Fi cuts out a lot of the time. And I get a message like the one you see on screen saying that the Wi-Fi connection is unstable. Now my Wi-Fi is not unstable. It's fast and it is reliable, and none of my other devices, no other phones, laptops, computers, anything have this issue. My old phone, S9 Plus, never had this issue either. So I don't like that with this new phone I'm getting intermittent Wi-Fi dropouts. For example, I have some pictures on screen showing, two different phones. One, my S9 Plus, 100 megabytes per second, and then here is my Z Flip 4 at 6. It's just extremely slow, like snail's pace, guys. Now, this is annoying because when the speeds are that slow, you can't watch a YouTube video, it'll just buffer and buffer and buffer. You can't load web pages, you can't really do anything. This has been something that a lot of people have experienced with the Z Flip 3, and apparently it's a glitch, a software glitch or something. I don't know if it's something that will be fixed over time, but it's definitely something that I find annoying because I don't want my phone to use my data when I'm at home and I have Wi-Fi available. I prefer to use my data when I'm out on the go and actually need it. So far it's been quite annoying. I will say it's not constant slow Wi-Fi, but it happens at least 2 to 3 times a day. I'll just look at my phone and the Wi-Fi either cuts off because it's too slow and it starts using my data, or if I have my data turned off, it will just be extremely slow. Now, I don't know if everyone's experiencing this, but I definitely am, so it's something that I am finding annoying. And I have tried 2 different units of the Z Flip 4s, and both of them have the exact same issue, so I'm just gonna say a lot of them might have this issue. The next con for me, and a big one that a lot of people have not even addressed, I don't know why, is that this phone overheats very easily. Similar to the Z Flip 3, there is an overheating issue. Now, I got this phone, and the first day within setting it up, transferring stuff from my old phone, within 10 minutes it was overheating. And it was very apparent, and one of the first things I did was put the case on it, so it was hot enough that I could feel it through this case. And the whole phone was hot, it wasn't just one point, and that's something that I personally don't like. I find that it could be an issue over time. I don't think it's really good for your phone to be super hot. I think that might do something to the battery or components inside over time. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I just feel like that could be an issue over time. So that's something I wanted to let you guys know because no one's really talking about that. It overheats pretty much the same as the Z Flip 3 does. It might do a bit better, I don't know. I haven't really tested out the Z Flip 3 intensively. I tried it out in store, but I know a lot of people say that overheats, and this overheats too, so I wanted to let you know that. So the next con for me, and a big one, is that this phone attracts dust and lint, pet hair, crumbs, stuff like that like crazy. And that is a big deal for me because this phone is not dust proof, not dust resistant. It has IPX8 rating. So that's definitely going to be an issue because I think there could be an issue over time with possibly dust getting, stuck in here, and that could maybe impact your charging capability or just getting dust inside the phone. Not going to be good when your phone isn't dust resistant and it can't really handle all that dust. And if you guys are looking to get this phone, I would highly recommend grabbing yourself a dust plug. I have one installed right here, and this one actually attaches to the back of the phone so I never lose it. Pretty handy. You can just kind of take it out when you're charging it and then pop it back in when you're ready. They are super advantageous because they're going to keep dust out of your charging port, so you shouldn't have any charging issues over time with dust or lint getting stuck in there. And if you guys are interested in getting this one in particular, I did buy it off Amazon. I have a link in the description below for you guys to use. But just showing you guys, I literally wipe down this phone, oh my gosh, so many times a day, at least 10 times a day, and I open it back up and there's some type of dust on it. So it's kind of frustrating because I never had this issue with my slab phone. With this phone, you gotta keep a little microfiber cloth with you so that you can keep your phone clean and dust free. And the next con for me is the battery life. The battery life is not great. So I have a 3-year-old's S9 Plus here, and the battery I'm getting here and here are almost identical. I have a full review where I'm comparing both of these phones and talking about all the pros and all the cons. So if you want to see that, stay tuned because that video is going to be dropping soon. But, you know, just for an example, with my average uses, I was able to get 7 hours and 30 minutes from the Z Flip 4, and doing the exact same thing, I was able to get 7 hours from the S9 Plus. And that's a 3-year-old battery, guys. So an extra 30 minutes is nothing really to write home about. I was definitely expecting more. I was expecting at least an extra hour, hour and a half of battery life here with this newer phone. And this bigger battery, better processor, but unfortunately, I didn't get that. And the next con for me is it has a weird ratio for videos, and your videos end up looking a bit weird when you're watching YouTube or watching like Netflix or something because of the aspect ratio of this phone. So I'm just gonna show you guys an example of something on my channel. Always let the ads run. All right guys, so I just opened up a video on my channel. This is how the video appears if you have it kind of in portrait mode. So it's very, very small. And then if you do it in like flip mode, so you flip it up, it just kind of blacks out the top and bottom, but it's still very small. And then if you go ahead and turn it, you know, landscape mode, this is the aspect we're getting. You can see there's big black borders on the side. And then if you go ahead and use it in full screen mode, it ends up cutting out a lot of things because it crops in on the clip, but because this phone has a weird ratio, you know, it's very skinny this way and it's long, you do miss a lot. So just look at the difference. Here you're missing out on all that text that was there, for example. So it really punches in and you can lose a lot of information. So something I wanted to mention that I haven't seen anybody talk about is that the weird ratio here kind of makes your videos look a little strange. And the final con for me is the crease. So everybody is saying that the crease is not noticeable, but you know what? You can feel the crease. When you're scrolling along, you can definitely feel it. It is noticeable, and Samsung does say that this is, you know, decreased in the appearance and in the feel. I had some hands-on time with the Z Flip 3, compared them both, you know, in-store side by side, and honestly, guys, it honestly looks and feels basically identical in my opinion. And you do notice the crease in certain lighting conditions. For example, if you're out in bright lighting in the sunlight, or if the display is off, then you will see the crease pretty noticeably. So something that you guys do have to keep in mind. It is not invisible, but when you are using the phone during, you know, most circumstances indoors, I will say that the crease is not very noticeable. And I will also say that, you know, when you are feeling the crease there, honestly, you get used to it pretty quick. If you did find this helpful, please go ahead and smash that like button for me. And if you guys are looking to get this phone, I have a link in the description for you to use if you want to help support the channel, but I am by no means pushing this phone on you, telling you have to buy it, it's the best phone ever. It's not. I think it's a really cool phone. I think it's really a joy to use, and it does have a lot of pros about it, but it also does have cons. And I wanted to let you guys know the cons about this today because I've noticed that nobody is talking about this, and I wanted this to be, you know, known because I know a lot of people are interested in this phone. And if there's anything I missed today that you want to know, just go ahead and drop a comment below. And if you want to see an unboxing on the buds, you can find that on my channel as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.